So, let's play a game. It's 2056. You wake up, but there's no alarm. No unread emails, no back-to-back Zoom calls you have to pretend to care about, and, best of all, zero rent anxiety. Sounds like a dream, right? Or maybe an economic fever dream. While billionaires are talking about colonizing Mars and headlines are screaming about AI stealing jobs, there's a much deeper question we're ignoring. Is work, as a concept, about to go extinct? In 30 years, are we still working because we have to, or just because we're bored to death? Grab a drink. Let's talk about the end of the grind. ACT1, the silicon elephant. First off, let's debunk the scary myth. Work isn't ending because robots are getting mean. It's ending because they're getting insanely cheap. Think about it. Historically, we automated muscle, the Industrial Revolution. Then we automated math, the computer age. Now, we're automating cognition. If an AI can do the work of a lawyer, a designer, and an accountant in 0.4 seconds for the cost of 2 cents worth of electricity, why would a company hire you? It's not malice, it's economic thermodynamics. So, the first answer is, no, you won't be working a 9 to 5 in an office. That model is a fossil that just doesn't know it's dead yet. ACT2, the great pivot. But how do we eat, though? Great question. This is where we enter the territory of universal basic income, UBI, or what the dreamers call the post-scarcity economy. If machines produce everything we need at near zero cost, the problem isn't scarcity, it's distribution. In 30 years, the government won't be a referee, it'll be a distributor of technological dividends. But here's the twist that ruins the chill vibe: humans hate doing nothing. We are biologically wired to solve problems. If you take away survival work, what's left? What's left is prestige work. ACT3, the new hierarchy of work. In 2056, work will likely split into 3 buckets. High touch, things we want humans to do. Therapy, elder care, philosophy, high-end craftsmanship. You'll pay extra for a crooked handmade table over a perfect 3D printed one. Curation and vibes. In a world of infinite AI content, we'll need humans to tell us what's actually cool. Influence will be the only real currency. System maintenance, the few people who still understand how to fix the source code of reality. So, will we work? Yes. But it'll be optional. It'll look more like a hobby you take extremely seriously than a job you hate. The identity crisis. But here's the part we don't talk about at dinner parties. For the last 200 years, we've tied our entire identity to our jobs. When you meet someone new, the first question is always, so, what do you do? If you take that away, we're left with a massive, collective identity crisis. Without the grind, who are you? If you're not a manager, or a barista, or a coder, what's left of your ego? You. We might find out that working wasn't just about the paycheck, it was a distraction from the void. In 30 years, the hardest job won't be surviving, it'll be figuring out how to be happy without a boss telling you you're doing a good job. But look at the flip side, because this is where it gets beautiful. For the first time in human history, we're about to decouple survival from time. Think about all the lost Einsteins or starving Van Goghs who are currently stuck delivering pizzas or auditing spreadsheets just to keep the lights on. Imagine a world where your best friend finally writes that novel, or where you spend 4 years learning ancient Japanese pottery just because you can. We've been conditioned to think that if you aren't productive, you're wasting your life. But what if living is the point? In 30 years, we might look back at 2026 and realize we weren't actually living, we were just maintaining a machine. The end of work isn't the end of purpose, it's the beginning of true freedom. Look, the transition isn't going to be perfect. It'll probably be messy, confusing, and a little bit scary. But for the first time since we were hunter-gatherers, we have a shot at a life that isn't defined by a cubicle or a clock-in card. The truth is, in 30 years, we won't ask people what do you do for a living, to figure out who they are. We'll ask, what are you creating, or what are you obsessed with lately? We'll value people for their curiosity, not their productivity. Is it scary? Definitely. But honestly, I'd rather live in a world where my value isn't tied to an Excel spreadsheet. So here's my question for you. If you woke up tomorrow and every single bill was paid forever, what would you do with your afternoon? What's that one thing you've been too busy to start? Drop it in the comments. I want to see what a world of free humans actually looks like. You, stay curious. I'll see you in the future. Peace.